Review: Love Life, Season 2 Episode 1, Mia Hines. One of my favorite shows of 2020, if not one of the best lineup shocks of HBO Max's debut, was without a doubt Love Life. Every aspect of what I anticipated from a rom-com was slowly dismantled in the first season, which starred Anna Kendrick. The book turned out to be a treatise on the risks of having inflated expectations for love and relationships, as well as the joys of discovering the sort of love that is perfect for you. When I first started reading it, I thought it was just another love story waiting to happen. The second season of this anthology series, Loving Life, which this time stars William Jackson Harper, is the ideal place to begin a new section. Beginning with an immensely wonderful, flawed main character and placing him in an unromantic comedic scenario, Love Life Season 2 establishes itself as a more than deserving successor to the first season. Marcus, played by Jackson Harper, has a compelling quality that goes beyond just being attractive or humorous. His entire demeanor as someone who continuously lives for others rather than for themselves is quite relevant and endearing as a character. We frequently witness various facets of his personality, in part because he continually puts on a show. Jackson Harper performs everything so darn brilliantly. In the first episode of Love Life Season 2, Marcus is also presented with potential long-term dilemmas. The main theme of this episode is how Marcus has never really dated black women. This is quite bluntly pointed out to him, and there are numerous occasions when his place in black political and social circles is questioned. When he learns what love means to him, it is unquestionably a motif that will recur throughout his narrative. Marcus is also exposed to potential long-term problems in the opening episode of Love Life Season 2. The primary subject of this episode is Marcus' lack of experience dating black women. This is fairly simply stated to him, and on multiple instances, his standing in black social and political circles is called into doubt. He will undoubtedly return to the theme of learning what love means to him throughout his story. 9 months have passed since our last visit with the Matheson family of Melbourne, and they are very much a Victorian family. Love Me may be an adaptation of the Swedish drama Elsak Meg, but Melbourne's streets and skyline serve as the setting for the story. You're more likely to see characters strolling in the direction of the arts centre than down some cobblestone laneway seeking for a pub with no name on the door. So it's not quite as overtly cool as some of the more recent programs set in the Victorian city. Yet, the cozy setting lends the show a lived-in atmosphere, providing a solid backdrop for the understated troubles of the characters. With only 9 months left before his ex, Ella, gives birth to their child, youngest Matheson Aaron believes. Mistakenly, it turns out that there is still time for a quick semi-date with old buddy Jesse. Despite his reluctance, Jesse is making a hard effort to get a second date while running to the hospital. Aaron frequently came off as conceited and petulant in the first season, but his upcoming fatherhood and possibly 9 months alone appear to have softened his edges while leaving him a little adrift in the way that single young men can occasionally be. He continues to make mistakes. He's still making mistakes, and his actions toward Jesse may not be the best ones. Love Me is a romantic serial that is both idealistic and realistic. It isn't the kind where friends just fall in love and everything is perfect. Sexy moments. Consider Clara Matheson, the oldest Matheson sibling. Their attention is now centered on having children while they are contentedly in Peter's arms, an example of excellent neighbors evolving into more than just friends. This entails attempting to get pregnant frequently and discussing it with best friend Sasha in between. Clara is all too willing to use the term geriatric pregnancy because she is a medical expert. But the on-the-clock sexy times carry a tinge of desperation. The embracing of a new love and a fundamentally guarded disposition, or the awareness that there are always boundaries to be maintained, are skillfully balanced by Novakovic's character. Nobody is yet canceling the appointment at the fertility clinic, even when she is a few days late. With his new wife Anita, Father Glen is enjoying some garden sex, at least until the neighbors start rustling their curtains. The real drama, however, begins when he learns Anita, whom he wed in a somewhat passionate whirl last season, has no insurance of any type. Even worse, she doesn't think it even exists. Heather Mitchell discusses playing women with agency in Love Me. Glen is horrified. Fortunately, he has his tool belt on hand for some badly needed home repairs, even though his doubtful kids don't believe they've ever seen Dad wear it. Glen's innate kindness makes him charming no matter how much he appears to be the dictionary definition of a old duffer. The series' personal tone is effortlessly restored in the first episode. The majority of the action occurs in a hospital hallway while everyone hides out as Aaron waits to become a father. The dynamics of the family are skillfully shown. with Clara and Peter messaging one another in Glen's presence to discuss their infertility problems, and Glen assuring Aaron that foregoing a job interview in order to be present for the birth of his first kid was the right decision. For the most recent in streaming and movies, visit our What to Watch page. There are a few signs that bigger dramas are on the way. Ella's mother arrived from the UK, and it is evident that she has negative feelings toward the child's father. The series' personal tone is effortlessly restored in the first episode. The majority of the action occurs in a hospital hallway while everyone hides out as Aaron waits to become a father. The dynamics of the family are skillfully shown, with Clara and Peter messaging one another in Glen's presence to discuss their infertility problems, and Glen assuring Aaron that foregoing a job interview in order to be present for the birth of his first kid was the right decision. For the most recent in streaming and movies, visit our What to Watch page. There are a few signs that bigger dramas are on the way. Ella's mother arrived from the UK, and it is evident that she has negative feelings toward the child's father.